G'day guys, what is going on? Welcome to a new video. I hope you're all doing well, especially with this bullshit virus going around. And if you guys have lost work, don't worry, I've lost my job as well until this shit clears up. So who knows how long this shit's gonna last. But for now, it's time to fix up my S14 and R33. You guys are gonna see what happened to my S14 and my R33. It's such bullshit. In 1 week and the same day, this had an issue, this had an issue, and I lost my job all in 1 week. So it's been a very stressful week. I'm trying to aim for 2 uploads a week right now, so I don't know what I'm going to do until I fix both of these. So you guys are going to see in the videos coming what happened to this and what happened to this. It's just so annoying that this bloody coronavirus took my job, man.
They took our job! They took our jobs! They took your job! They took our jobs!
So it's going to be a very stressful time till this shit clears up and we go back to work. But for now, it's going to give me time to fix up the S14, do it all up nicely, clean up the R33 as well. And you guys are going to see what happened to the R33. I just can't believe it. All in 1 day. All in 1 day. The scary part is this is just the start of all this crap as well. Like, we haven't even hit it hard yet. So I'm hoping like this virus thing doesn't spread as quick as it did in Italy. But for now, I'm going to work on my S14 and then we'll talk about my R33. And if we get this going, go for a nice test drive. So if you're a new viewer, make sure to hit that subscribe button, make sure to share the videos, because this is going to be my source of income till I get back to work now. So my goal is, once I fix both of these up, I'm going to upload twice a week. So Monday and Thursdays is what I'm aiming for. So let's continue on with the video. Let me work on the S14, talk some shit about the R33. Enjoy the video, guys. Right now I'm changing the spark plugs because my old spark plugs were very failed, but there's something about new spark plugs that looks so satisfying. So as I just said, all the spark plugs have been changed because the older ones were shit. And I'll show you guys what spark plugs to use. I use the exact same spark plugs in my R33. I swear by these spark plugs. They are the best spark plugs I've ever used. Never have any issues with them. They're pretty sick, so I'll show you guys what I'm using. So the spark plugs I use in my R33 and S14, these are the ones that I use. Take this part number, go to Autobahn, make sure to get these. I swear by them. So we've just put the new spark plugs in. Now we're going to tackle the fuel filter. I'm hoping the fuel filter is blocked because it's pretty old, it's hard to see. You can tell it's an old fuel filter. Hopefully when I replace it, we'll prime the car, see if fuel comes out. If not, we'll have to go into the fuel pump, and I'm having a feeling that that fuel line inside the tank has popped off the hat, so that's why there's no fuel coming in through the lines. So I'm going to put you guys down on a time lapse, change out this fuel filter. I knew this was going to bloody happen. So the fuel line at the bottom where it connects to the metal fuel rail, they're very old and they become brittle and they get stuck onto the metal fuel rail, and it's like really tight, so you're gonna have to get something to like wedge around the fuel line to break it off the metal fuel line. Stupid hose. So I'm gonna put you guys down and rip this motherfucker off. I should have filmed this part. So to grab this off, twist the fuel filter around, eventually this will twist around, and then just pull on it and it'll pop off. Alright, let's change the fuel lines, change the fuel filter, and hopefully it primes fuel. Alright, so I've just replaced the fuel filter. I've kept the old line there, but the top line was a bit broken on the old one. Luckily I had my old ProFlow 400R series fuel line laying around, so it's come to good use. So I'm going to put you guys down again and we'll chuck this sucker in. New fuel filter is in, new fuel line, all clamped down. We're going to jump in the car and prime it and start it, and let's hope it starts. Man, if it doesn't start and I have to go into the fuel pump, that's going to suck. Alright, let's try start this car. Let's hope this bloody starts, because if not, this jacket's coming off and we're going in the fuel tank, man. So we're going to prime it right now. Let it prime. You can hear the fuel pump working. Can you hear it? Turned off. Alright, let's give it a start. Please start. Please just be the fuel filter. Be something stupid. So in the fuel pump we go. Just like the R33, gotta remove the 4 bolts right there. Take this stupid plate off, and then there's a hat. Then we're gonna unplug the plugs, take the circle shit off, and look inside the fuel tank. So I'll put you guys down again. I've done this many times on my R33. So once you disconnect the 2 plugs here, we're gonna disconnect this, disconnect this, disconnect that. Just remember, one is inlet, one is outlet. So mark it, so remember which one is your outlet. So this one is your outlet, so cable tie it, so that way you remember it's for outlet. Don't forget that, because if you switch them around, you're gonna have some issues. And we can take this off, and then this cap, we're gonna get a piece of wood, and with the edges here, because you can't take this off by hand, and if you do it by hand and you slip, you'll cut your fingers on this sharp metal edge. Trust me, I got 2 scars on my fingers doing it on the R33. We're gonna get a plank of wood, and we're gonna rest it on one of the lips here, and then we're gonna smack it with a hammer, and this will loosen the cap off. Alright, if you look at my fuel line, it looks like, what the ugh, dude, that's my problem, man. Look at that fucking, oh, look at it. Look at my fuel lines doing. Oh, shit. It's like Hannibal Lecter shit, man. He's ready to eat some skin. What the fuck? This is a submerged fuel hose. How the hell did this happen? Now I'm gonna have to go grab a new fuel hose. Holy shit. Oh shit. What kind of BP98 is this, man? Luckily I got a spare O-ring for this shit. Holy fuck. This thing I've ever found in a fuel tank. Look at this line, man. It's completely rooted. I don't know how. Look, it even says here, ProFlow submerged fuel hose. It's a submergible fuel hose. How does that happen? And look, when I picked it up, all this black gunk shit came off. So now I'm going to take out my fuel pump, because this came off the fuel pump line. As you can see, it's been eating away at it. I don't know how, but I'm definitely not going to use the same brand to put that back in there. Oh man, look at it. It's left a mess. What kind of random bullshit is that? So the fuel pump's okay. This fuel line is okay to reuse. I don't need to change that. I inspected, it's all good. I don't know how that's alive, but that's not. And look at the O-ring, man. What the hell happened? So I'm gonna clean all this shit up. Definitely not use that ever again. And the fuel pump, the filter, you got a bit of black gunk on it, but I reckon I can clean that up with the fuel pretty easy. If you look at the bottom, look, it really wouldn't do any much damage to the filter, so it's okay to reuse that. I've got to clean up the wiring because it's got all the gunk build up on that. So put that over here. Now we're going to run to Autobahn and quickly pick up a new fuel line. Finally, we've got a new fuel hose to put inside the tank. It's a new batch of the ProFlow, so hopefully it doesn't do what the old fuel hose did. Before I put this into this tank, I've got to show you guys what just happened to my R33. I can't believe the S14 and the R33, both on the same day, both had fuel issues. Wait till I show you what happened to my R33 now. I'm going to have to take out my fuel pump and connect it to here to see if my fuel pump isn't damaged. I'll talk about that in a second. We'll go to my R33 and I'll show you guys what happened. Come sit in here with yours. Alright, so this is the cause of this. Do you see what happened here? Can you guys see that? My bloody round wire burnt out, got onto the connector pin, and as I unplugged it, it ripped from the cradle here, so it's ripped out. And I'm very paranoid that my fuel pump wiring inside the tank is also burnt. So I'm going to take out my fuel pump. I won't show you guys taking out this because I already did in the S14 and other videos. So I'm going to take out my fuel pump and we're going to connect it to the S14 just to see if the wiring isn't damaged. So if my fuel pump primes connected to the S14, then the wiring's okay and I can reuse it. It's just this, I've had to order a new part of the cradle here, and I've also had to order a new plug. And the wiring here, I noticed, look at this wiring here. It's snapped off from here. This is the ground wire. Somehow it popped off, and over time it burnt. You can see here the tinge in the gold there is burnt. Also burnt there. So it was burning for a while, so it was terrible ground. So I've been going out boosting around, and how fun is that? I went out to the hills and shit, had some fun, and as soon as I come home, go to start the car the next day, it just didn't start. So I can't believe this happened when I came back home. Luckily it didn't happen when I was further out from home. So yeah, I'm gonna have to fix up all this wiring again. I'm gonna change this stupid bloody burnt out plug. Got a new cradle, so luckily a shop I ordered online, so hopefully it comes tomorrow. Yeah, replace the cradle, replace the plug, refix the wiring. I checked the wiring up here, it isn't damaged, the relay clicks, so it's all good. I'm hoping I can reuse some of this wire. If not, I'm gonna have to rewire this shit, and I'm not gonna use these bloody stupid connectors anymore, so I highly don't recommend using these connectors. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go buy a soldering iron, and I'm just gonna solder the wires together, and then I'm gonna make sure to ground it a lot more better than I already had it grounded. I can already see here in the tape that it was burning over time. So can you see in the duct tape, there's a bit of a burnt color in the black tape. So that goes to show that the ground, oh look, the wire is a bit cracked there because it must have been burning and just went brittle and snapped. So that's great. So I'm gonna have to fix up the wiring, change the plug, change the cradle, and hopefully get the car started really soon. So the R33 is not gonna be running till I get the new cradle and plug and rewire. So hopefully next week I get this sorted. But for now, I'm gonna take out the fuel pump. I'm going to chuck it in the S14, and hopefully the fuel pump wiring isn't damaged, and hopefully the fuel pump is okay too. So let's get to it. So we've taken out the R33 fuel pump. This is my Walbro 460 fuel pump. I got to change that fucking fuel hose right there. Luckily I've got some spare ones. And the plug at the top doesn't look too badly burnt at all. It looks like it can be reused. So what we're going to do is we're going to plug this into here. Then we're going to jump in the S14 and prime the car, and if the fuel pump turns on, it means the wiring isn't damaged to this. So I'm hoping the wiring isn't damaged at all. I'm hoping I can reuse it, because if you guys know me, I hate wiring, so I'm hoping I can reuse this shit. So let's plug it in, and hopefully the fuel pump turns on. So I'll show you guys what I've done. So I've grabbed my old fuel pump, I've plugged it to the S14 cradle under here, and then at the top I've got it plugged, so that way when we prime it, hopefully this turns on, because if the wiring isn't damaged I can reuse it, and that'll be great, because as I said, I hate wiring. So let's turn the key, and hopefully this fuel pump primes, and that way we know that this wiring isn't damaged. So let's jump in the car and prime it. Alright, we're going to turn the key. Right now I'm pretty nervous, because if something catches fire and the petrol tank is exposed, that's going to be great content, but I'm going to suffer. So please prime. Let's hope it primes. Alright, here it goes. Oh yeah. The wiring isn't damaged. Can you hear that? That's a really loud pump when it's not inside the tank. That's good news. The wiring isn't damaged to the bloody fuel pump. So that means we can use it. Yes! So we're going to take that out, chuck it back in the 33, and wait till I get a new cradle and a new plug, fix up the wiring in the R33, and finally start boosting the R33 again. So let's fix the S14, and hopefully if we get it all done, we'll take it for a cheeky cruise. So luckily I had a new O-ring laying around. This was meant to be in my R33, but as I just saw, the O-ring in the R33 is perfectly fine. So this is going to come to good use for the S14, because this is completely trash. And then we're going to chuck in the new fuel line, bolt everything back up, and get this bloody thing started for once. So I just cleaned up all the black gunk around the cradle, got the new O-ring put on. I don't know how the old fuel hose got eaten up in the O-ring as well, so I'm very paranoid it's going to happen again. So what I'm going to do is, once I put everything back in, go for a drive, a couple of weeks later I'm going to check it again. So I'm going to open this up and just inspect the fuel hose and just figure out what caused the old fuel hose to get eaten. If this one doesn't get eaten, it just means it was just a bad batch of the fuel hose. So let's put everything back together and take this for a cheeky drive. Alright, as of now I've chucked the new fuel line to the fuel pump, put the new O-ring, connected everything back up, plugged the harness in. Time to prime it, and then we're going to start it. So we can hear the fuel pump turning on. Do it a couple times, which I've already done because I heard it before. So this is the second time. Now we start it. Finally. Finally. Alright, let's give it a bit of a throttle. Alright, that's one R31 card down now to do the R33 next. So I'm so glad I've got this out of the way. With the battery, it's sketchy as fuck where I've got it right now. I'm gonna get like a battery box behind my seat and we're gonna mount it behind my seat. So we're gonna mount it down there so it's out of the way. And then we're gonna get a new bucket seat put here. And then I'm gonna get floor carpet as well. I just wanna, and then get a center console. And then all this here, back here, and the roof, we're gonna paint it white. So that way when I film from in the car, it's got like a nice contrast for the camera. So those are the things to come for the channel. And then we're gonna put some gauges here as well. So I put a new tachometer, put a boost gauge, water temp gauge, all that shit there. White roof, white back. And yeah, pretty much it for the car. And then new wheels as well, side skirt and spoiler. So a couple things to go on this car, but for now I'm just glad I've got it running. I thought I'd paint the new grille silver because it actually gives it a really nice look with the matte black and the silver intercooler. So I'm actually really happy how this turned out. It doesn't look too bad. Yeah, that looks sick. I'm glad I painted that silver. I'm pretty wrapped that the S14 did okay around testing it around. The fuel pump had no issues. Throttle felt good. Now, I think in a month's time, I'm going to reopen that cap and have a look at the fuel hose. Make sure it didn't get eaten like the old fuel hose did. I honestly don't know what could have caused that because I'm running 98 and that's a proper fuel line. So maybe that fuel line was just a bad batch. So hopefully the new fuel line does a-okay. Check it out in a month. Hopefully it doesn't get eaten away because I want to hit up drift events. And now because of this coronavirus, I can't believe Keep It Real got cancelled tomorrow. All these events are just all getting cancelled and who knows how long this shit's going to last. But for now, I'm just going to make sure the S14's running good. I'm going to get camber arms for this, two new front wheels for this as well. Side skirts and a spoiler, make it look nice. Paint this white as I said before. So yeah, I just want to get this all nice and ready for the next event in the future. Hopefully we're alive by then. Man, it's a sad day that I can't get the R33 fixed today. So removing this, as I said before, like have a look at this plug. I'll show you guys again. It just makes me sad looking at that. So that's ripped out from the cradle, as I said. Bad ground caused this to burn out. So hopefully my new part arrives tomorrow. Get the new cradle put in, install the new plug, fix up the wiring, because as you can see there, see that one split down there, came off. Where is it? There's fucking wires everywhere, mate. I'm bloody over it. So I've got to deal with all this wiring crap tomorrow, clean everything up and just do better ground, not use a ground from here anymore. Maybe just ground it from the negative lead down here and just fix up this, get a new relay, new wiring, new plug, new cradle, and hopefully it's all sorted. This shit's bloody bullshit, man. I just want to drive my car, man. All this work, power to it, and I can't do jack shit. Well, here it is, the bloody thing that came off. So bad crimp, bad wiring job. I hate wiring. Alright, this is going to be the end of the video, guys. I know it's not what I usually do, but it's just a pretty depressing week for me. I lose my job due to this bullshit coronavirus. The S14 had an issue the same day as the R33, and I wanted to take the R33 out just to clear my head, have some fun, and then it wouldn't start, and I can't believe that that bloody plug just melted. So I'm going to try, as I said at the start of the video, I'm going to try aim for 2 videos a week. I'm going to try my best to get this R33 up and running. Hopefully the part arrives tomorrow, work on it on the weekend, and just go out to the hills and have some fun. I'm just sick and tired of like random little bullshit causing issues. I know it comes with the territory, but god damn it, after spending so much time and money on this engine, as you guys are seeing in the corner clip of my engine bay, how nice does that look? It's just so shit that all this power, all this fun that I could be having is all ruined because of a stupid bloody ground wire. So hopefully new cradle arrives. I've said that a million times, so I'm gonna stop saying that. So hopefully I can fix this car on the weekend, hopefully early next week, and then start uploading twice a week. I really don't know what I'm going to do now, because I don't know how long this coronavirus is going to last for. We're all out of work. Me and the other drivers. See, I'm a driver. I deliver to like restaurants, cafes and all that. And as you guys know, all those places have closed. Therefore, we've got no work. So I'm kind of screwed at the moment. It's like, fuck, I've got to really just pump out videos. So if you guys could really share my videos, share them to your mates, I'd really appreciate that. It's my one time I'm ever going to ask for you guys to really share these videos, because I honestly don't know what I'm going to do. This is going to be my only source of income till I can start work again. And who knows when that's going to happen, because this virus thing is just so shit. I'm just over everything being cancelled and just dumbasses that are sick going out to the shops coughing out loud. It's like, if you're sick, stay fucking home. It's that bloody simple. I'm sick and tired of going to places and I can see people coughing in the distance and that. These people should be shot. And if you've got coronavirus and you're hanging around people and going out to places, well, fuck you. Anyway, it's time to wrap up this video. If you're a new viewer, make sure to hit that subscribe button. Leave a comment down below. Make sure to leave a like, and I'll catch you guys on the next episode. Catch you guys later.
Sticker